The first time I met Bill was when he was the owner of Scotia Bond, and I was a young business person just getting started. And Bill was someone that I felt that I had to meet.
I believe I met him at an industry association meeting, and I'll always remember that despite my newness to that business, Bill treated me with a great deal of respect. He listened to what I had to say, asked many questions of me, and basically encouraged me in terms of my future in that business.
It's his nature in the way that if he feels that you are really honest, then he gives all the way to himself, to whether he has to help or whether he has to associate with you in a business aspects. So it's a human nature in him that way, that very positive thinking.
Bill, as a businessman, had a sense of urgency, and that is very important in business, perhaps one of the most important, because as soon as a person gets a good idea, then you can be sure that somebody else somewhere is getting the same impulse, and Bill was good at that.
Well, I think Bill is driven by his passion for life. He really has a tremendous amount of energy for business and for people, and it's amazing to watch him. I found myself many times after a meeting feeding off his energy and being energized myself. I really think that's a key for Bill.
He has taken what one might perceive to be extreme risks in business, but he's not adverse to that. And it's that challenge that he rises to, and one of the key reasons he has been successful is that he has the character to accept those kind of risks.
One of his approaches to investment is he focuses on people who are under 30, who are absolute startups, who simply have a dream and have no ability and would be thrown out at the bank or thrown out even at the venture capitalists. He's the one who in this province has built up dozens of businesses that otherwise wouldn't have had a chance. We would not have had a chance.
Bill gave back to the community in that he supported people that had trouble getting support anywhere else.
We went to Bill partly for investment, but also for support with the bank. So while my brother and I were in his office, he phoned the CEO of the Bank of Nova Scotia. Came right on the phone. I was very impressed. I could not get the CEO of the Bank of Nova Scotia, then or now, on the phone, but he did. And as my brother and I sat there, we heard the CEO at that time of the Bank of Nova Scotia yell at him, basically, the film business is stupid. No, I'm not going to help you with the film business. Forget about it. And you should forget about it. This was very depressing. We could hear it on the phone because he was yelling so loudly. When he put down the phone, he smiled and said, well, I guess it'll be just me investing.
I think he always regretted not going to Hollywood. I think he would love to have been a Hollywood mogul.
So I think that I'm not sure that the film industry in Nova Scotia, for example, would exist at all if it was not for Bill.
He carries characteristic just like his father has. He's very nice, very soft-spoken, but he's firm. When he says something is firm, and better you follow it.
He knows that he uniquely has the vision and the authority to go where others are afraid to.
He's a tremendous partner from the point of view that he wants to know what's being done, but then he lets you go ahead and do it. And I think that that's the way that he runs any business that he's been involved with. He lets the people do their job.
His determination to succeed in a very ethical and principled fashion inspired me greatly. And his willingness to be there when I wanted to call him and get advice inspired me as well.
If we have more people like him, then there will be more entrepreneurs will come in. Because there are lots of entrepreneurs, but they don't get not only financial, but the moral support even. We have to have people like that who can minimum give them the moral support. Minimum they can look at it, their performance or their project and say, all right, make a comment without thinking that, okay, I'm going to gain something or I'm going to lose something.
I think it's great that Bill's finally being recognized for the contributions that he's made to the Nova Scotia business community and to the community at large. To me, he's a perfect candidate for this honor.
Well, frequently I've called Bill, and he's unfortunately at that time off having an appointment because he's always busy. But his appointment is with a person named Mr. Green. But I was wondering over the years who Mr. Green is, who he's always visiting, particularly lately, and I've discovered that's the golf course.
One of his lifelong goals is to shoot his age at golf, so I think he'll be with us for a while to come yet.
I think Bill's most admirable trait, in my opinion, is his love of his family. They are the most important thing on this earth to Bill, above all else. And he has been a loving husband and father, and I admire him for that as well.
I would definitely say that Bill has left his legacy, and he's probably still going to leave a few more before he cashes in his chips. He certainly has been a tremendous inspiration to a number of businesses and business leaders in Nova Scotia and beyond, for that matter.